Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sally Jack's TV Mum. I'm going to tell you some shocking things that I don't think you even knew about water. Here goes. Okay, you know I'm on a health kick, and if you haven't seen it, let me just give you a bit of a background on me. I'm Sally Jack's TV Mum. I work in television. I'm a television presenter. But after I gave birth to my son, I was very poorly, and I was poorly with iron deficiency. Not iron deficiency anemia, but iron deficiency. Anyway, it wasn't picked up by my doctor. Long story. I had to go private, and I had to sort myself out, and I did that through the iron clinic. I'll leave all the details below. If you want to go and get checked for iron deficiency, then I'll leave you a link where you can get your bloods done as well for those particular areas. But since then I've become very healthy, or tried to become a lot healthier. I haven't been so good during lockdown, so I've had a few cookies too many, but I'm really looking at everything that I'm doing to my body, but I'm doing it slowly. I've not like done it all at once, because it's been a year now since I've been off all my medication after iron deficiency. So I'm looking at ways of how I can correct myself. Now, I've been a big fan of water, okay? All my life I've been a big fan. In fact, my dad used to say I was very cheap when I was young, because I never wanted any of the Vimto or the orange. I never wanted water. So I know, very lucky, a very lucky girl. So I drink alcohol, and I'll have the odd fizzy drink like a Diet Coke, and I think I've been through this with you before in another vlog. So I will have a Diet Coke maybe once a week or something like that. Now, I am going to do another vlog, but it'll be in the future, about how much sugar is in fizzy drinks, because it is a shocker. And sugar is no good for us, because obviously it sets off our cortisol, which is one of those fight or flight hormones in our body, and it's not good for us. And of course, cortisol levels being raised for a long period of time can cause us problems, sometimes like in the heart department, etc. I'm not medically trained, so I can't go into all of that, but go and do your own research. Very interested in all of that. So my mum had a heart attack in November, so I've got her to cut back on her sugary drinks after I read up all about it. So I'm going to give you 10 things of why this blooming stuff is absolutely genius, and why should we all doing it. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to be telling you something that I started today myself to do with this amazing thing. I've got these bottles from Asda because I'm obviously on the road with my work, because the TV studios are just over there. So I've just finished work today, so I've been on television today. So I'm going to go through everything, and you are going to be shocked, unless you're already a clever devil and you already know this stuff. So let's start with water as a whole. Your body takes or carries 55 to 75% of water. It is needed in every orifice, in every cell. It's needed in every organ of your body. So 75% is made up of water when you're a child, and when you are sort of middle age, you're like kind of 60%, and then when you get a little bit older, you're about 55%. We can't go like camels. It's absolutely impossible. It's very important that we keep topping ourselves up. In fact, we can't go long without water. We do get some of it from fruit and vegetables and from the food that we eat, but we do need to drink more. But you can also go excessively, and you can drink too much, and that can also cause problems. So it's just like everything in life, everything in moderation. So everything I'm going to tell you now is what I've learnt about this and what I'm going to do at the end of the video, so you need to stay for that. However, what I also will tell you is that I'm not medically trained, so I can only go off what I've picked up and what I've read. So let's start with, I've got 10 things. Let's start with number 1. So what's so fantastic, it says a natural suppressant for your appetite. So if you're going to drink more, you're more likely, okay, you've got to take this, you know, in a way that obviously if you're eating loads of donuts and stuff like that, but you're more likely to eat less because it suppresses your appetite. And for somebody like me that loves their food, then of course it's a natural appetite suppressant. So it's a really good idea. I read it many years ago in Men's Health magazine. So a really good idea to drink a couple of glasses or a pint of water, maybe sort of half an hour before you eat your food. And that basically makes you feel fuller for longer. The other thing is, as well, as a lot of people think they're hungry when actually they're thirsty, and so they go for food instead of going for a drink, and that is a massive thing all over the world. Number 2, it helps to rid the body of toxins, so it gets rid of all the nasties in our body, and actually it helps sorry, I know you don't want to talk about this, but it actually makes it a lot better and helps with constipation and things like maybe IBS. Obviously not fully, I can't say that definitely just because you drink this you're going to get rid of your IBS, I can't say that, but obviously if you are drinking more, it's going to help that tummy and it's going to help you get rid of your toxins. And of course, getting rid of your toxins is when we go for a number 2, and so it helps that area of our body to be able to rid. And of course, if you're doing more exercise, then you need to be able to sweat, and sweat is water. Don't forget, our bodies are made up between 55 and 75% of water. If you're not taking as much in, then you're going to struggle with dehydration, and you're also going to suffer with muscle cramps and things like that. Number 3, oh, it's amazing for your skin, it's amazing for your hair, it's amazing for all your internal organs. So there's often, I remember getting married a couple of years ago, well actually it's 4 years ago now, and one of the things about the bride-to-be was always carry a bottle of water with you and make sure you're drinking loads of water before your wedding, because it helps with aiding weight loss, which is something that I'm going to come into in just a moment, but also as well it helps with your skin and helps it look better. So don't let this be something that you're just going to try for a week or 2 weeks or 30 days. This is something that you really need to get into and you need to be doing long term. The other thing as well is, if you are drinking water, not to drink it too cold or not to drink it too hot. The body doesn't like that. It's kind of got to be in between, and it's got to be a little bit tepid. Anything with ice in makes the body go into a shock and it doesn't like it. Anything too hot, it's the same thing. So when you are drinking, don't drink it too cold, make sure it's kind of a tepid level. Number 4, you'll often find that, if you're swelled of the body, you'll think, oh, it must be water retention. And some people do get that. So don't get me wrong, there are medical conditions with that. So this is when I'm talking when you haven't got a medical condition. And often people think that they shouldn't be drinking much water, but actually drinking more water helps to flush out the body. So it kind of goes back to what I just said as number 3 about clearing the body of toxins. So it's really important. The less water we drink, the more swelling we feel. So I often, if I haven't drunk very well during the day, I'll wake up in the morning and I've kind of got swelling in my fingers and they feel fat. And I've often said it on a vlog, in fact I think I've said it recently, that my face is a little bit puffy, and it's because I've not drunk enough water. So make sure you're consuming enough water every day, and they do say roughly around about 8 glasses a day. Also as well, I tend to drink 2 to 3 litres of water a day. If you just Number 5, now it stimulates the red blood cells, and that helps you to keep energized. Now obviously the red blood cells carry the oxygen around your body, and the red blood cells are made up of iron, folate and B12. That's why it's really important to check if you are feeling very, very low in mood and not very good and not very energized, to look at your iron. And I'll always push you that way, because obviously I know a lot about that with being iron deficient. But actually water stimulates those red blood cells, so it keeps you feeling better and more energized. And that's why it's so important as well that you are very well watered before you go in to do any physical exercise. And obviously keep yourself hydrated, and then you drink more when you come out, because obviously you're going to sweat a lot while you've done the class. Number 6, water can actually raise your metabolic rate, and obviously that is going to help you a lot with burning that fat that you've eaten, or maybe you've eaten a little bit too much of. So it's a really good thing, but make sure you're drinking it sort of the tepid to a little bit warmer to get that sort of reaction in your body. And that's why it's really superb. They always say that in a morning to drink a warmer cup of water with maybe a little bit of lemon juice in there as well. If you don't like water, and this is something that you're going, oh, I just can't face it, then sometimes putting things like lemon, lime, or maybe strawberries and cucumber in there really does help, and really does help give that kick. Not to cordials, because they're too sugar concentrated, and if you put sugar in there, then you're adding to your calorie intake in your liquids. Why would you want to do that? I would rather go for the donut. Number 7, it actually helps to burn fat in the body. So why aren't we doing it? Why are we not doing it? We're all complaining that we're all overweight, so why are we not drinking enough water? Number 8, it actually helps with the immune system. And so I've been looking a lot into this because of everything that I've been doing with iron, because your immune system is low if you're low iron, your immune system is low if you're low vitamin D, your immune system is low if you're low in B12, and that's the area that I always talk about. But I didn't realise that water actually helps the immune system as well. So that's definitely something that I am going to start doing. Number 9, if you suffer with cracked skin, dry skin, maybe a lot of headaches, etc., that can actually be a sign of dehydration. So it probably means that you need a little bit more of this. Number 10, it helps to burn calories. So this is where I'm going, hang on, because it makes you feel fuller as well. So if you're taking it, as I said, as number 1, it helps to suppress that appetite. Now obviously you don't want to stop eating because that's not good for you and you need to get all your vitamins and minerals in here. But if that's actually going to help you burn calories as well, this is definitely something that I want to be intaking a little bit more into my body. With all those different things that is so good for you, why are we not drinking more water? Now if we look at the Japanese, they're always very slim, they've always got fantastic hair, they've always got fantastic skin, and they always look really good. And they actually have something called the Japanese water ritual. Now obviously before you do anything, it's really important that you go and speak to your doctor first, but I actually started this morning, okay? Yeah, only this morning that I've started it. So I don't know how it is, I don't know whether it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a try, and maybe you want to too. But obviously if you're on heavy medication, etc., and you have got problems, you do need to go and speak to your GP first of all. But this is basically what they do in the morning. So the Japanese get up, and before they do anything, they actually take 4 glasses of water. Now if that sounds like an absolute, oh, I don't think I could do that, Sally, then just start with 1 and build yourself up. This has to be done on a complete and utter empty stomach, and you can't have any food within 45 minutes of it. But basically, this flushes out toxins, helps that skin straight away, suppresses that appetite a little bit, makes you feel a little bit fuller, and is just so good for your body and your whole sort of, you know, outlook. It energizes the brain, it gets to the red blood cells straight away, so it makes you feel better. Now yesterday when I got up at work, at the end of the day, I felt very lethargic and very, very tired. You know, my normal, not my iron life, but normally. Actually, I did this today for the first time and I felt more energized. It's 10 o'clock at night and I'm doing this vlog and I've got energy in me and I'm feeling good. I can go to bed and I'll be able to go to sleep, no problem, but I feel a lot better. And that's because I've had more, I believe that's because I've had more water. Now, they do say this should be long term. So it shouldn't be something that you just start now and then you finish maybe in 30 days time. It's something that you should carry on all the time. And I've rung my husband this morning just to tell him about it. I've told a couple of people at work today and they're like, oh my gosh, this is free, this can be done, this is easy. So why not give it a go? You enjoyed the video and hope you learned something from that. I certainly have. I think it's absolutely incredible. So would you have ever believed that this stuff could have been so good? Excuse the little pod. Obviously I'm sleeping over the car park from where I'm working in television at the moment. So this is not my home. It's like a little porta cabin, like a little caravan. Anyway, love you lots. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you loved it. Leave your comments in the section below of what you maybe do. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I love you lots and I'll see you later.